the preparation which I have mentioned here is about the Gandham. In Ayurveda also they have the same counterpart Gandhaloga, and similarly in Siddha we have Gandham. So what I have did is like the Gandham is the raw material, and if you just ground it with these four different plant extract and you subject to the calcination. Calcination is actually a thermal process in which and there are different type of calcinations methods where the this ground extract will be exposed to different calcination methods, and the final product will be deemed to be a drug based on some authentication issues. So what I did is like I just selected one formulation where it includes four different plant extract which ends up in a Gandha Chanduram. And similarly, I selected one more different formulation which you call it as a Gandha Parpam. Next slide. So here the titration procedures are similar, but only the plant extract that has been added is different. So you have two different formulations where you have almost similar protocol, but there is only the difference in addition of the plant extracts. So this is the calcination method what we followed uh, uh, for the Gandha Chanduram and Gandha Parpam here. You will take few cow dung cakes and you fill it in a pit, and then you then you place the drug that has been sealed in an earthen pot in the center. Then you again cover it with the cow dung cakes, and the entire setup will be closed in such a way that there will be only small gap for the smoke to escape out, and you burn it from the down. So what here I've shown is like this graph actually shows the maximum temperature that has been attained during the calcination process, and this was around some 840 to 850. Okay. Uh, this is the authentication method to confirm that the drug is complete. That is, it shouldn't have any glittering, lusterless. I mean, it shouldn't have any glittering particles in the final drug. And when you take the particular drug in your finger, it should go into the creases of your finger, and the final product should float on the surface of the water when you sprinkle it. Of course, when you shake it, it may sink. And the last one is it shouldn't react with any other substances in the even in case of higher temperatures. So all these tests has been done, and only if the final drug qualifies all these tests, then it can be deemed to be a drug, or else you have to repeat the entire process again. So this is the final conclusion that I draw out of it. What exactly happened is like initially the raw gandham, what it had is a layer of silica and a layer of iron oxide. The iron oxide were in three forms. It's in the hematite form, magnetite form, and magamite form. So when you add these four extracts and you subject it to calcination, the final product what it had is like the center part, it's the iron oxide, and it's been coated with the silica. So what exactly happening here is like a clear physiochemical modification is happening. Actually, just to reconfirm, again when you come to the second part, that is the Gandha Parpam, here I am adding a different plant extract and you get an end product with a different color. When we characterize it, we found that the Gandha Chanduram is actually the iron oxide nanoparticles that has been coated with polysilicates. But the Gandha Parpam is actually the iron oxide nanoparticles that has been coated with the calcium silicates. So both are actually nano substances with a very clear textures. So in order to confirm that, in order to confirm that, we also performed a control experiment. Here what we did is like instead of adding these extracts, we just added a plain water and we did the same experimental procedures. And when we did the same experimental procedure, the same kind of transformation doesn't takes place with water. So, and one more thing what we have to clearly acknowledge here is like the maximum temperature that has been noted in during the calcination is not more than 900 degrees. But the melting point of silica or iron oxide, it is more than 1600 degrees. So the exact need for the addition of this plant extract is actually helping them in this transformation in a very low temperature. So, okay. So here what I want to conclude here is like Even there in the physical modifications, you have a very strong chemistry that has been employed in preparation of the Parpam and Chanduram.